demonstrate what we meant by differentiation, what we meant by running boutique properties or design-led luxury properties. So this is where our niche is. We are really the pioneers of boutique hotels and luxury boutique hotels in India, and that's where that's how our differentiation plays out. And so we built on these 5 hotels, and we added properties in Navi Mumbai, and by the mid-2000s, we took a decision to expand our presence further into the country, and we certainly could see from our experience of running the Park Hotels that business was booming in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. This is where there was an unmet demand not just for hotel rooms but also for food and beverage. And that's really been the cornerstone of our success, a combination of building highly differentiated hotel product but also from the food point of view. So in the hotels, we now have about 30 properties across 20 cities, 2,298 rooms to be exact. And these are the combination of owned, leased and management contract properties. Because we realized that in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities that were fast growing, we couldn't necessarily put the Park Hotel in each of the cities. So we created a new brand, which is called Zone by the Park, and there's a sub-brand called Zone Connect. And these are really have the essence of the design of the Park Hotels. It has a complete understanding of the Indian customer, which is that we know that Indian customers, as I said, want a good food and beverage outlet even if they're in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So our hotels that have been built for the smaller cities have, of course, rooms which are highly designed and quirky, but they also have a great restaurant, a great bar, and a good banqueting space for people to have their corporate events and family events. And that's the reason why this brand has grown rapidly. We have 20 of them open right now between Zone and Zone Connect, and a very healthy pipeline which is already in the DRP, which gives us a growth in many interesting locations across India. Food and beverages has been a cornerstone of our business, and we run about 81 restaurants, bars, nightclubs across the country, different brands. This is what we believe gives us repeat customers, gives us the country's highest occupancy at 92%, and that's been a consistent high achievement for us. And it also gives us engagement with customers, whether they're local customers or international or from all across India, and that's what makes our brand exciting for people to stay in. And as I said, it's not just a rooms only product. Another business that is part of this balance sheet is Flurries. This is an iconic bakery patisserie brand which was started in 1927 by a Swiss couple, Mr. and Mrs. Flurries. Our family bought this in 1965, and from one outlet in the early 2000s, we now have 73. We have expanded beyond Calcutta and West Bengal into Mumbai already, and over the next few years, you will see this rollout in not just in Mumbai, where you will see far more outlets, but you'll also see it in other cities such as Delhi and Hyderabad as we build our kitchens and the locations across the city. So it's a great brand which is very much part of everyone's lives, particularly in Calcutta so far. This is just gives you the split of the type of ownership that we have. So we have owned properties, we have the Park Collection, which are 20 to 40 room boutique properties. These are in great destinations of natural beauty or architectural heritage, and we are opening some 2 palace properties in this segment in the next few months. Zone and Zone Connect is all the asset-light properties, including leased and management contracts. So Horwath International outlined 10 fastest growing cities in the country for hospitality. We are already present in 8, and in some of them we have multiple hotels. In Chennai we have 2, Kolkata we have 2. In Goa we run 4 properties, all on management contracts, and we're looking to expand there. Zone by the Park, Jaipur is there, and then we have another 5-acre property that is to be developed here. The Park Navi Mumbai is 4 kilometers or so from the new airport, which is about to commence operations, and we are planning to add to our capacity there by building about 80 to 100 rooms. The ninth city in this kind of document is Pune, where just pre-COVID we had built up to the ground floor of our 200-room property. We will commence construction very shortly there and bring this into Pune as soon as possible to take advantage of the shortage of rooms there. So we are present in very key destinations. I think in all these cities, whether even Hyderabad or Delhi NCR, our location is of prime importance. They are all in key prime locations in every city, and that's really been also the way the family has invested and built this portfolio of hotels. And certainly that's something that we believe that we must have the right properties in the right locations, and that's how we will continue to grow the properties. We have 5 properties that are already in the balance sheet, which are going to be developed in the next few years, and I already talked about Jaipur, Pune and Navi Mumbai. There are 2 more capacity expansion in Visakhapatnam and a brand new property in EM Bypass in Kolkata, which is a 600,000 square foot development. All these will add significantly to our growth and increase our own room count by about 830 rooms. But I will now ask Mr. Diwan to really talk to you about our key strengths and how we built this company.
So one of the key strengths we have in the group is leadership in occupancy and RevPAR. We have India's leading occupancy at 92%. This was recorded last year. In the first 6 months of this financial year as well, we have 92% occupancy. Even during the 2 COVID years, we had India's leading occupancy of 67% and then 79%. So outright leadership in occupancy and RevPAR. As far as we are concerned in terms of occupancy, we also enjoy a 30% premium compared to the competitors. This is also very, very significant. In terms of RevPAR, again, we are market leaders in the segment in which we are operating. So the critical question is that why occupancy is high at Park Hotels. Occupancy is high at Park Hotels for a few reasons. One is that we have a high percentage of repeat customers, which is in the range of 25 to 30%. We also have AI-based sophisticated revenue management system, which is the best in class. The third reason is that we have a very strong and reliable sales and marketing and revenue management team. And lastly, the key reason, of course, is that we run our hotels as entertainment destinations. Typically in hotels, occupancy tends to drop on the weekends in business hotels, but in terms of our hotels, because we run them as entertainment destinations, our occupancy remains very high. So based on this strong occupancy and strong food and beverage, we recorded a revenue of 524 crores last year, which is a 96% improvement over the previous year and an 18% improvement over the pre-pandemic year. We recorded an EBITDA of 177 crores, which is close to 34% of the top line, and this is a 13% improvement again over the pre-pandemic year. In terms of PAT, we recorded a PAT of 48 crores at 9.16%, and this is a 110% improvement over the pre-pandemic year. So very strong in terms of our financial performance. And during the first 6 months of this year also, we have achieved a growth of 14% of the top line and an EBITDA of 33%. In terms of the hospitality sector, which will be of great interest, is in terms of how this sector is growing. Firstly, in terms of supply, there is a huge shortage of supply happening in the country. India has only 178,000 rooms on the whole in the country in the branded category. If we were to compare it with Shanghai, the city itself has about 2 lakh rooms. Supply side, it's going to grow at the rate of 7.5%. Whereas on the demand side, the demand is going to grow at 10.6%. So a huge demand-supply mismatch is taking place across Indian cities, and this will help us in improving our business in terms of improving our ARR going forward. Acute shortage, only 1600 rooms are coming in Delhi, only 700 rooms are coming in Chennai over the next 5 years. In terms of Calcutta, only 875 rooms, and similarly Pune, about 825 rooms are coming. So acute shortage of rooms will take place. Demand side is very, very strong. Passenger arrivals, as you know, are very high in India at the moment at record levels, 20% increase over the previous year. And similarly on the F&B side, there is an explosive growth which is happening. The F&B side is Indians are eating out like never before. Consumer spend is increasing on a regular basis. It's already the per capita increase in per capita income is improving. It's also improving on the affluent side. So it's making a huge difference in terms of the hospitality sector and its growth. Our strength, of course, is we are very strong on the F&B side of the business. We run 81 restaurants and bars. Most of them are award winning. We differentiate ourselves through design, through experiences, and of course through events and entertainment. The F&B side of the business provides a lot of stability and resilience to our overall business, and also adds a non-cyclical element to our business. And this is very, very significant. It played out during the COVID period as well, that our performance was very good because of strong food and beverage. During the COVID period, we were among the 2 hotels, that is in the first year of COVID, which were actually EBITDA positive. In fact, our competitors were negative during that period of time. Our F&B contribution is about 39% as per last year, and this year in the first 6 months it's already gone up to 42%. So very, very strong player on the F&B side of the business. Flurys is our iconic brand out of Calcutta. It features in the 26 best places for desserts in the world, and currently we have a successful track record of, and it will continue to be, of providing for industry leading margins. And currently we have 73 outlets, out of which 64 are present in West Bengal and 8 are present in the city of Navi Mumbai and Mumbai. So it has a robust expansion plan. We expand into Hyderabad, we expand further into Mumbai, West Bengal and Pune in the years going forward. We also have a strong presence in Calcutta at the Calcutta airport, where we have 7 outlets, and going forward we plan to capture as many outlets as possible at various Indian airports. Our margins are among the best, as you can see in the slide. We have a margin of 24% in 21 and then 17% in 22. So this is higher than that of Barista, it is higher than that of Starbucks, and so this is a very strong growth platform for us in the F&B retail side of the business, which is the fastest growing business at the moment in the country. We have a very strong board which is being headed by Ms. Paul. She is the winner of, she has been awarded the Padma Shri for her contribution to travel and tourism. We also have Mr. Karan Paul on the board. Mr. Karan Paul guides us in terms of business and financial strategy, and we have independent directors in terms of who have very large experience in the field of legal, in terms of legal terms as well as in terms of hospitality and aviation. I have a very strong team, and this team is working with me for over 10 years now. Most of the leadership team has been working with me for over 10 years, and really proud of them. We have a very strong result-oriented culture, which is based on the values of excellence, innovation, teamwork, commitment, integrity, empowerment, and respect. We strongly believe that only highly engaged teams only lead to highly engaged customers, and highly engaged customers lead to higher profits. This is very core philosophy of ours in terms of employee and customer management. So we also pay a lot of emphasis on training and development. About 110 of our executives have been sent for training to the Cornell University, and last year itself we had sent in about 8 of our executives for training to Cornell to actually understand best practices and then to introduce them in the country. We also run our own institute, that is the Apeejay Institute of Hospitality, and some of the leadership team I have are products of this institute, and we are really, really proud of it. In terms of our strategies, I will ask Ms. Paul
Yes.
to take you through them.
Thank you. So we will continue to grow in the next few years through this mix of owned hotels, management contracts, and leased properties. And we have a very robust plan to take this to about 56 hotels by 2026. And these are all, within the RHP that is with you. And you can see that our management contract hotels are going from about 1,000 rooms to about 2,300. And on the ownership side, we are also growing by from 1,000 rooms and going up to almost 1,900 in the next few years. And I talked to you about those 5 properties that we're going to be building. That's 630 that you see here, which in addition to that is a 200-room property in Jaipur. So really a combination of this ownership, lease and management contracts is really what's going to propel our growth in the next few years and keep us really as a significant player in Indian hospitality. And that's what we're looking forward to from a growth side. On the efficiency side, which is also something that we spend a lot of time working on, is investments that we make in plant, machinery and effective operations.
So improving efficiencies is again one of the key strategy which we have. So we have improved in terms of payroll management. There were a lot of lessons learned during the COVID period, particularly in terms of employee management. Firstly, of course, we had to protect the jobs, but we also rationalized the way we are working today. Previously, we were operating at 1.33 to 1 pre-COVID. We have rationalized this to now 1.15 per room. So that is a significant change which has happened. We have moved to central purchasing system. We have re-engineered our menus, so that lead to improvement in our efficiencies. One of the other key thing we have is that we have a very high focus on now ESG. We are absolutely committed to ESG goals. ESG for us is no longer about just ticking the boxes. It is about actually making a difference to our business and making a contribution to the planet. So 2 of our properties actually are now going to be LEED Platinum certified, and that is Chennai and Hyderabad, and this is going to significantly improve our energy efficiency going forward. The Flurries part of the strategy, by and large, I've already discussed with you, and that is on the F&B retail side of the business. And here we are going to grow at a very, very fast rate. So with this, we actually take you through the key financials, for which I'll ask Mr. Khosla to take you through them rather quickly.
Yeah, thanks, sir, and thanks, welcome everyone. So in terms of financials, we have a total income which has closed at total income is gone to 523 crore, and for first 6 months it is 273 crores. In terms of growth of 524 crore, it is a growth of 20% over FY20 numbers. And in terms of net cash flow from operations, we have 176 crore in terms of FY23, and for 6 months it is 69 crore. So what it is 69 crore. So what you can see is in our cash flow from operation, we do have is almost equivalent to EBITDA, so it's 100% net cash flow from operations. In terms of employee benefit ratio, our employee cost has been brought down from during the improving the efficiency during nationalizing manpower. So in FY23 it was 18.12%, and FY23 it was 18.9%, and FY first 6 months it is 20%. As you said, that we have also the manpower is 1.1% per heat, light and power. We have invested in technology, and FY21 it is 7%, it is 7.6%, which is best in class, and it remains for first 6 months also 7.7%. In terms of EBITDA, we are at it first 90 crores in the first 6 months, and last year it was 177 crores, 34%. and same remains 34% in the September also, which is also against the 80 crore against the last year EBITDA. In terms of the PAT, so net debt, we have managed our debt at a good level, and net debt at 523 was 550 crores, and during September it was 580 crore. And the IPO proceeds will be utilized towards the repayment of 550 for repayment of the debt, and rest will be GCPs out of 600 crore. And the net debt to EBITDA is 3.11, and our ROCE is 14%.
So we are actually absolutely committed to sustainable growth, being green and obviously providing superior corporate governance. So thank you very much. So with this, we are open to questions. Thank you.